Hey YouTube, this is Jen, your Pudgy Picker. Got my Thursday haul. As expected, we only hit 15 garage sales today. So, slim pickings, day before 4th of July. But, got a couple decent things anyway. I believe I spent close to 40. And let me show you what I got. Not sure how this is gonna do. It is a radar detector. I don't even know if people use these anymore. $3, new in box, has everything still wrapped up in it. So I'll do some research on that. We'll see. You know, $3, I was willing to take a risk. Got this cute little purse beaded for $2. This one lady had a ton of carpet squares. I got this one for my kitchen to go underneath Pixel's water and food dish. Yes, I mentioned you, Pixel. See, somebody's laying in the hallway. She wants to go upstairs, don't you? So I got that for $1. This cute little hanging vase was $1. It's got beads and stuff on it. I got a... I'm on a Vera Bradley kick. This was only $5. It's in very good condition. It has a small stain on the inside, which I'm going to clean up with Dawn dish detergent, and that should be fine. So $5, it was definitely worth it. Rubber band loom. I've seen a lot of these, but in stores, so I don't know how they'll do online. I don't know if the craze has already passed. There is the loom and a bag of rubber bands, so it's ready to go, and it was $2, so I figured it was worth the risk. These are really, really, really cool lamps. They take a small watt bulb. They're kind of dirty. But the outside is glass. The bottom is metal. And the guy told me, said, they don't have a flip on and off switch. You touch the bottom and they'll come on and off. And for the two of them, $4. So $2 a piece. I figured that was definitely worth it. So that was a good buy. I went... Usually when I go garage sailing and I come across a person who does couponing and reselling, they want $1 million for their stuff. It's like if you used a regular coupon, that's what you would pay at their garage sale. This lady, however, was selling stuff so cheap, I couldn't believe it. Like these Bic razors, there's 5 in there. No, 10. These were $1.25 each. The little fleshy wipes were $1. Gas X, of course, still good. Check the date, 75 cents. Toothbrushes. These are the Reach ones. My husband, I think, likes these. They were $1 a package, so 50 cents a brush, pretty much. She had a million deodorants. She had them separated out into men's and women's, so I had my son pick out 4. $1 each. You know, these things can be like $4, $4.50 each. It's crazy. I got him a Suave body wash. That was also $1. So really, she even had like the really big Arm & Hammer laundry detergents for like $2.25. But I make my own laundry soap, so I didn't need it, but that was definitely a good price. So, and the other thing I got was, you know, these things, you either need them or you got 1 million of them laying around, the checkbook covers. So those were in a box marked free. So I always pick these up because you know when these get old and tired, they fall apart. So I got a couple of those. The other thing I did get was a Scott's spreader for outside, you know, if you got fertilizer or whatever. Lady had it at the end of the driveway, had no price. I said, how much for the spreader? She goes, make me an offer. I said, $5. She said, sold. So we've actually, since we've lived in this house the last couple years, we've had to borrow the neighbors whenever we need to put fertilizer on the ground. So it'll be nice to actually have our own for a whole $5. So I already hung that up in the garage, so it's ready to go this fall when we put our stuff on. The only other thing I got, and I want to show you these up close. This lady had a ton of older photos and really old photos. So I got the oldest ones she had. I asked her how much because there was no price. She said $5 for $1. So I think, I don't know how many I collected. I think there's almost $5 worth here. And said, will you take 3? And she said, yep. So I'll go through these really quick. Look at these 3 little girls and 2 ladies. Isn't that neat? I'm gonna sell these at my antique mall, and I'm gonna put a little sign that has a smiley face that says "Instant Family." Here's everybody out by the barn, and the girls are sitting in the wagon. Isn't that cool? This one, a bunch of good-looking guys there. It's probably Dad and 4 sons. I always love the look on the dad's face. He's sitting there with his arms crossed. Isn't that sweet? This one, this looks like an old bowling alley. You can tell by the bowling balls off to the side. Isn't that cool? That must be a bowling league. This one is a baby. If I can get it turned around here. Yeah, where's a baby? Isn't that cute? I have a picture of my dad at about this age. And my dad was born in 1928. And it's funny because they put all the babies in dresses years ago. So you see a baby in a dress, it could be a boy. Here's some more posing outside. A little girl. You know, it's funny and it's kind of sad to look at these pictures and know all these people are probably very much gone. Glasses. He's got a serious set of cab doors there, doesn't he? That's what my dad used to call big ears, cab doors. Here's a very serious lady in black standing outside. I'm surprised at how many of these pictures are done outside. You know, a lot of the older ones, they're usually studio poses or, you know, inside somewhere. Let's see, this one looks like a baby and an older sister. This one, J.M. Tuttle is the name on the photographer. Here's Mommy, Daddy, and Boy. Interesting. Another baby. You know what's funny is I was standing there talking to a lady and she leaned in like she's going to tell me this big secret, and she goes, I used to collect the old pictures of the babies, but then someone told me that most of the ones that I had, the babies were dead. Now, if you've never heard of that before, years ago, you know, photography was a luxury. People couldn't afford to take pictures of their kids. And a lot of times, if their child passed away, that was the only picture they'd ever have of their child is if they had one done after they passed away. So, yeah, I said, yeah. I said that, then I told her that about, you know, it being a luxury. People don't think about it now, but, you know, not everybody could afford to have pictures of their family and their kids and everything else. This girl, this is probably First Communion because I thought it was a bride picture, but she's really, really quite young. So, yeah, that's probably First Communion. This one, that one isn't too old. She has a diploma. So, this one, he has very interesting deep set eyes, doesn't he? It's funny, you look at these old pictures and you wonder what color their eyes were. And I tell you, out of 100 men, only maybe 1 out of 100 looks good with the middle part. Every time I see a haircut or a hair comb like that, I always think of a little kid. This is an old one too. The husband sitting there. Isn't that neat? There's a wedding. Isn't that pretty? We're almost at the end. Now this one looks like you could tell a story about this woman. Doesn't she have, could you imagine the wisdom if you sat down and talked with her? I could only imagine what wisdom she would have for you. She has such a thoughtful face, doesn't she? And I believe the last one, this is also, looks like another wedding. Might be a double wedding. I don't know. I don't know if back then the brides wore white and people that were in your wedding wore white as well. So, nice, huh? So all those for $3. I will do a little bit of research on those, but if I do take them out to my antique mall, I mean, even if I put, you know, $3, $4 a piece, I'd still be making out really well. Okay. I don't know why I'm so blurry all of a sudden. There we go. So that's all I had, man. I told you it was going to be slim today. Had 15. I got really aggravated. We went to this one and I thought, oh, the address sounds familiar. But, you know, if you go out as much as we do, it's, you know, you think, well, let's just go. Last week I pulled up to the sale and they had garage sale and it was taped on the mailbox and then it said canceled due to illness. So I was like, okay, well, that was nice of her to put a sign out. I appreciate that. Wrote the same address down, get there again, the same sign, canceled due to illness. And I'm like, ah! Like if I would have had a baseball bat, I would have beat up the mailbox. No, I wouldn't have. You know me. I'm mild. I would never do that. But I said, boy, if I ever hear this street again next week, I'm going to scream. And then my son told me, well, it'll probably open it up and it'll probably be all good stuff. And I go, you know, that's probably the way it works. But yeah. But I thought last week it was very thoughtful of them to put a sign out. Now, 2 weeks in a row of them advertising in a paper, that is not cheap. I mean, it's like, what, 25 bucks? That's 50 bucks she spent on advertising and she's never opened up. She's going to have to open up to break even at this point. Okay, well, that's all I got. Maybe I'll hit a few over the weekend, maybe not. Not sure what we're doing over the holiday weekend. But we will see you next time. Please, until then, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I appreciate everything you guys have to say. I've been on for over a year and I've answered every comment. I figure that it's kind enough of you to leave a comment. The least I can do is answer back. So keep leaving those comments or questions. I appreciate it very much. Until next time, I will see you then. Happy picking. Bye.